Well, hello and welcome back. We got ourselves another game here. Student is black in this one, and he had a 69%. Not a great performance, but let's see. And as you can see from the chart, student does take the edge out of the opening and wrestles away the advantage, but then gives it away a couple of times. Gives it away. So we're gonna try to learn from those lessons because these are the key mistakes you want to stop making if you want to take your game to the next level. All right. Okay, so yeah, typical of the student to make a opening error, but at the same time, it's not even obvious what the error is. Of course, you're giving up a pawn, but it's really not obvious if you're giving up that pawn because with the queen checks, I'm really not sure. It's a complex opening. Let's actually have a look at it. I don't want to spend too much time on the openings because that is your strong point. As you can see, white could have just simply won a pawn there. Yeah, well, it goes in a long windedness. Okay, so anyway, let's look. White premature with his attack, very premature. Very much playing on a hope and a prayer, and this is not optimal defense because this one is better because you're also attacking his bishop at the same time. That's better. Now he got a little bit too pushy there. Okay, get a little bit too pushy there, my friend. Uh, Very interesting that I was curious to see how he would play here, and this is a great move actually. It's a lovely move. It's a move that's holding the pressure, not being too eager to dilute the tension. So I guess, and it has coaxed, in fact, this move as well, forced it, perhaps is a better word. And wow, this is also a beautiful move. Beautiful move. This is beautiful chess. Now comes key moment. I would say you should capture here. Yeah. So it wasn't perfectly done. You missed that opportunity, gave up the pawn here, but it was beautiful until it wasn't. It truly was. Okay, now you've got a pawn back, so take that freebie, and now you're good to go. Now you are good to go, but we'll watch for those errors because now White is making very expansive moves that are basically exposing himself. Yeah, I mean, knight back is sensible. I get it. It's a first instinct, but you should also think about trying to capture the piece right away. That is the correct move: is to give up the knight and take the rook instead. Because now you have given him enough time to avoid that. But of course, he hasn't even seen it, and neither have you. So it's just kind of crazy position in many ways, and it's complicated because you're holding on. You love to hold on to that pressure. That's That's for players like me to do. Okay, that's for entertainers to do. You're not an entertainer, or are you? By courtesy of being a student who is on the internet, you are indeed an entertainer in your own right. Yeah, an entertainer in your own right and in your own way. Because this was a blunder, and well, yeah, it's how much time did you have left here? Let's just have a look, track back a bit. You played quite well until now, and then 2 minutes left. You take a lot of time on this big think here, 40-second think on this big sacrifice move, which is a good move, but it's only a good move if you follow it up the correct way, and the correct way was not the one you chose. Follow up with a check, and then yeah, 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 you're basically going for this kind of position, which is clearly winning. But capturing that pawn is giving up this bishop. Maybe you don't see that, and when when you're ahead and you don't have much time left, you have to simplify. Simplification is important. You got to find that moment in the game where you need to switch gears into simplification mode. Simplification helps you to play quickly. Don't get bogged down by this idea of trying to play a beautiful game. It can only be beautiful while you have time. When you run out low on time, you've got to switch gears. That's the key lesson for you. Learn to switch gears. All right. So this is all going quite nicely, though, quite nicely. And now we've got a critical miss here. It's a critical miss because you've walked into a potential a fork. You have to move the king away and lose the rook because you can't capture back because of the back rank shit that will go on here with the queen and rook. But black misses that, and now you've got a chance again to simplify, win the game, play it simply. Why take on this undue burden? Don't take on undue burdens. Simplify. Okay, but then at this point, Black is indeed playing well and outclassing his opponent, as we all know he can. Uh, yeah, being a bit too cute here. Maybe a bit too cute here, but we appreciate it. You are an entertainer in your own right, and a very yeah, it was entertaining. Sure.